So what I normally do is I have chats with CMOs, long form.
Okay.
Today, the Effie's asked me to come and have a chat with everyone that's here. Winner, not a winner.
Okay.
People in the industry.
Okay.
So I saw you were scooping stuff.
Make everyone feel.
Yeah. So I saw you were scooping stuff.
Thank you.
And I like to believe that your work is ideas that actually work.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me about it? Like, firstly, maybe introduce yourself and what you do.
Okay.
And then tell me about the work that you actually scooped some awards for.
Yes. Okay. Ramona Kayembe. I'm head of brand on Brutal Fruit Pizza and Black Crown at SAB. And tonight we scooped awards for our very brave, I would call it brave work around SheBeen, which was a women's only bar, which we launched in August 2023.
I saw that.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's no secret that women are under siege here in South Africa.
We can't just keep saying enough is enough.
You know, there's obviously a sickness in the society.
According to South African police stats, more than 70 women have been raped in shebeens in the past 3 months alone.
Traditionally, we understand shebeens as establishments that are drinking spots, mainly for men. We wanted to create a safe space for women. And so what we did was flip the shebeen on its head. And we created Brutal Fruit SheBeen.
A world where women can gather and enjoy themselves without being objectified.
Oh, the atmosphere is beautiful. They've completely transformed the space.
Brutal Fruit's positioning is you belong. We wanted to demonstrate that by reclaiming a dangerous place for women.
We saw an opportunity working with the Brutal Fruit team and have identified a criteria that rewards outlets that champion women's safety in terms of not only the woman coming to an outlet, but also feeling safe. We are currently activating the program in outlets across South
Venues
Africa.
around the country will be graded according to their levels of safety for women. So the ripple effect of this
We're not
is bigger
safe.
than just...
So any initiative that seeks to create a safer space for women is really welcome. For Women's Month, South African Breweries has set up a venue.
So you say, is it work that work that worked and it has an impact? I would love to believe so, and I could see it in the response that we got in the overwhelming impact it had on women, and just shining a spotlight in what we know to be a very unsafe space, and really celebrating. Creating a space for belonging, a space for celebration, and a space for where you could really feel like you could be free and be with yourself without fear of ridicule, without fear of judgment, without fear of being sexualized, without feeling like you can't be your best self. So we launched it in Women's Month, and we ran it for the month of August. And what we did around that was really, creating a space that once was unsafe and making it one of the safest spaces.
So I'm so interested in the work that you did, because I'll tell you a couple of reasons. I'm sure you've heard these things before. Because you work in alcohol, people that don't drink tend to say, but how can alcohol do good?
Yeah.
Because it's alcohol and you're under the influence and you could do bad things or whatever.
Yeah.
You said there's a real human truth and insight that exists for women. We sell a beverage that women do enjoy. So why can't we create a safe space for them with the beverage so that they can actually enjoy it?
Yeah.
How easy or difficult was it to sell an idea like that? Because like you said, it's a brave idea. Like, what's the benefit for AB and Bev at that point in time when you're like, actually, guys, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I want to create a safe space for women? Because you can't really quantify it with numbers at this point, right? How what's that process like?
So the process is, you want to create a space where we're excluding people. And you're like, and for us, it was really not about excluding people. It's about reminding everyone that actually women in society already play an inferior role.
Yeah.
So we know about the gender pay gap. We know about how there are certain places where women just can't go because they don't feel comfortable. They don't feel like space. We know corporate in and itself, trying to climb the corporate ladder has challenges. So for us, it wasn't about excluding anyone. It was about making 50% of the population feel included for once.
Yeah.
And really allowing them to feel their most liberated, to feel their most celebrated, and creating a space. And I think that really sold them that at the core of the brand, it's about creating connections, moments of connections, spaces for connection, and celebrating women in all their glory, in all aspects of life, in all walks of life. So the brand really stands for that, and we do everything we can to remind women that they are bosses, that they are celebrated, and that they deserve and belong anywhere and everywhere they see themselves.
Love it. And in that case, and I mean, you don't have to give me the exact numbers because obviously that's personal information for the business. But what are some of those numbers that look, or what do they look like if you look at some of your numbers, whether it's share, it's volume, it could be anything, frequency, penetration, that you've seen grow from taking this angle and direction? Because you're basically saying, I'm going to own a space and I'm not going to be shy about it. And it's specifically for women.
So I think as any marketer will tell you is once you focus on your core consumer and on their true insights and their needs, all your work speaks to that and has an impact because you're not trying to be all things for people. So we know that our drink and our product is specifically designed for women, for women's palates, and for their desires and their needs. So since launching Brutal Fruit SheBeen, we've seen incremental growth and really growth, not just from a volume and a sales perspective, but also from a brand love perspective. So the brand has proven to be really successful. We've grown and moved up the ladder on the Kantar, our top South African brands.
Lovely.
And you can see it in our social media, how we respond to us in our community. It really created a space where women feel like they are seen and that there's actually an alcohol beverage, a non-alcohol beverage that speaks to their needs and speaks to their desires.
I love that. And when you're mentioning social media, I've seen you've created a tribe.
Yes.
And you've got your events and they're all there and everyone feels safe because it's all women. So continue doing the lovely work that you're doing. We're clapping for you, we're rooting for you, and we hope to see more things come your way. And we hope to see more ideas that are actually working.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thanks for
Thank you.
having me.